Yukes is working on another professional wrestling game that's not WWE 2K20. Let's talk about what it is. TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another video. How you guys doing today? If you guys are enjoying the content we're producing, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. If you enjoy this, hit the like button and let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. So what we're looking at here is WWE 2K19. We're looking at Lio Rush, and we're looking at probably what is the last bit of the content that they produced for this game. Yukes and 2K work in a partnership together. Let me kind of explain this. I'll kind of go down the line and tell you how Yukes, 2K, how that relationship actually worked out, and then where this is going to lead for the future as Yukes decided that they want to work on another professional wrestling video game. So first off, Yukes started out working with THQ and doing WWE games together. Now, there was a way that they were competing with other companies. So there was like, Here Comes the Pain series, and then you'd have like the No Mercy series, which were kind of similar, but they weren't. And then you had like this little rival company there producing two different kinds of things. So you had like the AKI people doing their stuff, and you had the Yukes people doing their stuff. And that's kind of how it was. With the WWE games, you would always get some sort of competition, right? So you'd have like an Xbox game and you'd have a PlayStation game, but they'd be different. And they'd try to do things that were different. They were trying to do different things because there's internal competition there with the WWE. Well, Yukes, over the years, as THQ went out of business, they were saved, right? They were saved and bought by 2K Studios. If you know, 2K produces the NBA games. They did 2K Sports. So then they brought over the WWE license. And now 2K and Yukes work together. Well, what actually happened there is that 2K is the people who make the final decisions, right? 2K says, this is the game that we want to go. This is the direction we want to go. And we want to have Yukes develop this. Now, what it's looking like is that Yukes is having no input, no say on how these games are created. What they are tasked with is 2K and WWE will come up with the presentation, the overall format of how they want this game to be, and they'll send off a list of things over to Yukes and say, we need you to do this. And so developers will do this. They'll put a game out in a year, and then they'll do it all over again next year. 2K15, 2K16, 2K17, 2K18, 2K19. That's just what they're doing. They're just putting out this content year again. And doing that has made Yukes very unhappy. Not inspired at all. Because they don't have any say in what they're doing. They're just putting out content that 2K wants them to do. There's no innovation here. There's no competition. And I've said this many times and I'll say it again. If there's no competition, you can't push the envelope and you can't get better. So what is happening here is Yukes is getting bored of making those games. Now they do have a contract they have signed with the WWE and 2K Sports to produce these professional wrestling games for the WWE. What they have decided is that they want to not only create their own professional wrestling game, but they're going to create an entire separate team, separate from the WWE 2K franchise, and have that team work on a brand new professional wrestling game. And there's been a lot of questions going on now. I've seen it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. People have been asking me. They've been saying, what is this game? They've been speculating. Oh, Here Comes the Pain. Oh, we're going to get another No Mercy. Oh, we're going to get this. We're going to get that. We're going to get, finally, we can get WWE with the GM mode and yada, 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 this, that, and this. From the article that was posted, it does not sound like Yukes is going to be making a WWE game. What they have is they have brand new technology, brand new augmented reality technology, AR technology, that they want to use to help push the envelope of this wrestling game. What they want to do is be able to scan wrestlers faster, get motion capture done in one day, not going to the drawing board and editing later and doing this. It takes like a week to do. They want to be able to do it in one day, and this technology that they have will let them do that. They want to try out new things. They want to push the envelope so that other WWE games, so the other Yukes people, that the 2K people can see this and go, okay, look what they're doing over here in this division. Maybe they'll take some of that tech, some of that cool things they're working on from this game franchise that they're doing right now and move that over to the WWE 2K franchise. Now, currently there is no license, there is no contract, there is no promotion involved with this. Some people say, why don't they work with AEW? Why don't they do this, this, and this? The way I see it is that would be a conflict of interest with Yukes. If I know WWE like I know WWE, they're not going to allow them to make a game for another professional wrestling company. That's just not going to happen. If WWE sees this and they go, okay, we want to slap our license on it, you have this groundwork that we love, we will make another WWE game, they could do that. What most likely is going to happen is this is going to be a game that is going to be separate from any promotion. That's going to be just a standalone game, maybe a franchise, I don't know, with wrestlers that are made up. That's the way I see it. Because there is no way that WWE would allow them to make this game and have another promotion be on it. Now, let's say that they did this, right? Because this is a possibility. They made a separate team for this. What if they made a whole separate company entity for this that's not tied to that Yukes agreement with WWE? If they were able to do that, where they made a separate entity, separate company on its own that has nothing to do with the Yukes 2K agreement, then they could get a promotion involved. Then they could get AEW involved, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan, whatever they could do. They could do that if they were to make it a separate company. But as it stands right now, as it is right now, it looks like this game is going to be a standalone game with made-up wrestlers involved. That's how I see it. Now, a lot of people probably see that, go, oh, that sucks, it's going to be bad. No, 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 no. If Yukes is going to do it right, and they're going to do what they're going to do, we could have one of the best wrestling games ever. And here's the thing. They have said that they don't know if they're going to make a super simulation game or an arcade style, but they do want to innovate and they want to have a lot of fun with it. They want to get inspired. Because right now, they're just churning out the WWE games over and over and over and over. And that's not cutting it for them. A lot of these people that are involved with it are just getting upset. Think about this. You go to work every day. Same task. You get a list of things you got to do and you complete them. There's no inspiration there. There's no desire to do this. And that's where it's coming down to these people at Yukes who are just like fed up. They're just upset. They're just sad. It's like, why am I even here? I'm just doing this stuff and no saying what we're doing. You could imagine that they had a say, that they had innovation, that they had ideas, that they were inspired to make a wrestling game, a good wrestling game. Imagine that. Imagine being inspired every day. And that's what they want to do. With more freedom to create the game that they want to make, I think we're finally going to get a game, a professional wrestling game, that's going to be innovative. That's going to push the envelope. It's going to be different than what we're getting every year. Will this be a better professional wrestling game? We don't know. Could it be worse? Maybe. Possibly. We don't know. But what we do know is that this is very, very good for the WWE 2K franchise. Because there is going to be competition within Yukes creating a brand new wrestling game. And what are they going to do? They're going to do all new innovative ideas that they're not doing on the WWE 2K franchise. And this is good for everybody involved. This is very good for everybody involved. So hopefully WWE, 2K, Yukes, they can see what they're doing here. You can see what this other Yukes team is doing. And if they have good ideas, well, then they can run with those ideas. Anyway, guys, I want to know what your dream stuff would be. What would you love to see in a WWE, non-WWE, Yukes game? In this new Yukes title, what would you like to see? Anyway, guys, as always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We'll see you in another video.